Has been urging red state Democrats to oppose Brett Kavanaugh's Supreme Court nomination, but it could be time for him to quit while he's behind. Kavanaugh met with West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin today, and while it was his first meeting with the Democrat, it will not be his last. Indiana Senator Joe Donnelly announced that he too will meet with the nominee August 15th. Kavanaugh is a good bet to get approved and confirmed. And at this point, opposing him could cost red state Democrats dearly at the polls in November. So is Chuck Schumer running a fool's errand, or is he running a fool's errand? My panel is back. Carly Shimkus, Lawrence Jones, and Alex Smith. Alex, I will start with you because this is a very curious position. There are 3 Democrats who voted to confirm Neil Gorsuch, and that wasn't even right before the midterms. But now you have senators in places like North Dakota, Indiana, and West Virginia, where Brett Kavanaugh is a very popular choice. You got people like Cory Booker and Bernie Sanders and Chuck Schumer trying to get them to shut down the nomination, but that could cost them their political careers.
Well, and I feel like reading the tea leaves in this whole confirmation process is akin to analyzing the politics of like a middle school schoolyard, because, we saw that, Joe Manchin met with Kavanaugh today. He bragged about how it was supposed to be a half-hour meeting, but it turned into a 2-hour meeting. So it seems like it was a really productive meeting. But he said that while he was on the way to Chuck Schumer's office. Mm-hmm. So, what's going to go on there? Is Chuck Schumer going to be able to hold the line? As you mentioned, though, the Democrats really, at this point in the cycle, could afford to lose more than just the 3 that they did on Justice Gorsuch nomination. Because someone like Claire McCaskill, someone like Bill Nelson in Florida, they're going back to their constituents empty-handed at this point. They are, in terms of opposing the president on health care, on tax reform, on Gorsuch, they're going to go back to their constituents again and say, we're standing against the president. The constituents are going to say, what are we sending to Washington for?
Yeah, no, you've also got people like John Tester and others. And Manchin has even said, hey, Chuck, don't tell me what to do here, man. I have to make up my mind. I have to talk to this guy. We have to suss out some of the issues and his positions and his opinions that he's written about. It seems at this point that Kavanaugh is going to be confirmed.
Yeah, he's going to be confirmed. And then, like I've always said from the very beginning, there's a lot of stuff that I don't agree with him. The Fourth Amendment is one. He seems a little soft. He doesn't respect on it. But, this is where we are.
And he deserves pushback.
He deserves pushback. But at the end of the day, Manchin is worried about his political career. Mm-hmm. And, he's going to vote for him because it's suicide. A lot of people that held their nose to vote for Donald Trump voted for him because of the Supreme Court.
Yes, that's right.
If you want to get them rallied up, block this nomination.
It's almost suicide, though, in both ways. I feel like if ever you could make a case for holding a pity party for politicians, it's for these red state Democrats that are in an absolutely impossible situation. And when you are in that no-win political situation, I think that these people should really take politics out of it, which is what I think Manchin did in this meeting today.
He's trying to do that.
Yeah, and he's just saying, listen, he's going at it and saying, I'm going to base my decision on if Kavanaugh is qualified.
And he also had a roundtable back in his home state, and he released a statement saying, I asked him questions that you posed to me. He has an email where people can send him questions for Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
So,
and I do think that going back to the Fourth Amendment thing, what Rand Paul said, what I thought was really smart. He said he's basing his nomination on the totality of their views and character opinions rather than just one
Rand
thing.
Is a yes. I think other Republicans will follow. We'll see. Thank you so much, Alex. And Lawrence and Carly, great to see you all.
Good to see you.
Topical storm is next. It's so topical and stormy.